Welcome to Elevated Sports. I'm your host, Kyle Johnson.
I'm Billy Mock.
And today, we're just going to talk Rays.
That's what we do best.
It's what we love. We love the Rays. We can agree that we love the Rays. There's, Bucks fan, Patriots fan, Warriors fan, Thunder, LeBron fan. We got some clashing teams. But the Rays. We can both agree on that.
Rays up.
So yeah, the Rays season is fast approaching.
Today's February 1st.
Don't pitchers report this month?
They report in 10 days, I believe.
10 days. That is exciting. I don't know why I have this eraser.
That's exciting. Spring training is on the horizon. So as we get closer to...
It's fine right there.
Closer to the season, we want to start, predicting, giving our takes on what we think is going to happen. Not only Rays, but, MLB as a whole. But today we want to talk about what we are looking forward to most in this Rays season. There's a lot. There's a lot. And I've boiled mine down to 5 different things. But really, this Rays team as a whole is what I'm looking forward to.
I didn't even create a list. I'm just winging this straight from my heart.
The Rays just bring so much happiness. Here's my first one.
Yeah, go ahead.
A healthy pitching staff.
Oh, yes.
Last year, one of the best pitching staffs in the league. All right, really because of the bullpen. The opener, their consistency through the injuries of the starters. You got guys like Chaz Rowe, the ridiculous slider, Oliver Drake, the ridiculous splitter, Nick Anderson, lights out, Colin Poche, putting 92-mile-per-hour fastballs right down the middle, and no one can hit them for some reason. Doesn't make any sense. Diego Castillo, not a big fan, but I'm a Castillo guy. Hopefully a return of Jose Alvarado, right? Ryan Yarbrough. You got some studs out here that are under the radar. The league doesn't know about these guys. And then you got our starting rotation, which was plagued by injury this year. Yes. You had Snell go down for a long time. Glass now
went down for a long time.
Was already having a Cy Young season. Went down for a very long time. Came back towards the end of the season.
Charlie Morton was also having a Cy Young season.
He was having a Cy Young season.
He didn't get injured.
He didn't get injured, but he was really the only pitcher that was consistently healthy the whole season. Yanni Chirinos had some injury. I'm trying to think of who else.
We're missing someone.
No, it was those 4 guys were kind of our start because then we had the opener.
Right.
Then you had guys like Brendan McKay come up. You had Yarbrough start some games.
Right.
But I think a healthy lineup, healthy start rotation, the big 3 right there, Snell, Morton, Glass now. If they're healthy, I don't think there's any other team that can rival the rotation. You do got the Yankees with Garrett Cole. You got the Mets with DeGrom and Syndergaard. But this rotation with the bullpen has the potential to be the best pitching staff in the league.
I think so.
That's one of the things I am looking forward to most is a healthy pitching staff.
One thing I'm looking forward to is just any game in Tropicana Field. If you've never been to the Trop,
it's the best stadium. It's the best stadium in the league.
Literally, this stadium gets so much hate for some reason I can't understand. I don't know what you people don't understand. We live in Florida. Florida's very hot, very humid, and it rains often. You don't want to go to a baseball game where it's hot, humid, and raining all the time.
I've done that before.
You want to enjoy a baseball game.
Yeah.
Why not sit inside a nice air-conditioned stadium?
Talk trash when your stadium is 72 degrees year-round.
Right.
Just don't talk trash if that's not the case.
Wait, why that? Oh, okay. I understand now.
Okay.
I understand now. I was confused, but now my brain wires have connected.
Don't talk trash unless you are not having 10 rainouts a season.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
The Trop is the best stadium in the league. And it's fun. It's a fun environment to be in. I love the Trop. I love the Trop for multiple reasons. It's air conditioned. And I love the Rays. And the Rays play in the Trop. Therefore, I love the Trop.
And you can actually pet stingrays.
You can pet stingrays. But you can't do that at the Yankee Stadium.
No, you can't. And that actually, I'm going to segue.
You're going to segue into yours.
Which was, is simply Rays fans showing out this season.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, there is an army of us just ready to just take over. And the league just does not know until this year. They're going to find out. Shout out to the Rays Twitterverse. Just go on Twitter, find some Rays fans, and you will open yourself up to a whole new world.
Like Aladdin.
Yeah, like Aladdin. Rays Twitter is strong. There's been rumors about Rays Twitter getting together to buy the team out from Stu and take over, because us as Rays Twitter believe that we can have better ownership of the team than Stu Sternberg.
We wouldn't try to send the team to Montreal for half the year.
Yeah. I don't know who would. But yeah, I think Rays fans, last year and the second half of 2018, the Rays really showed the league who they are. And it's time for fans to step up. The stereotype about our team is that there is no fans. We saw the playoffs, 2 sellouts. It's absolutely awesome. I'm excited for when we play the Astros for the trash can night.
Yeah. Trash can night. The Rays never responded to my DM to them about this, but so I'm gonna give it to you guys here first. You're gonna hear it first, and I'll tag the Rays in the video, so hopefully they'll know.
Yeah.
But I believe that when the Astros, when the Astros come to town, very first night should be
trash can night.
Bring your video cameras. Bring your video recording devices to the stadium night. If you got a VCR, a camcorder, an iPhone, a camera, the Hubble telescope, it really doesn't matter. If you have something that records video, go ahead and bring it. Bring a drone.
Bring a drone.
I mean, honestly, we're celebrating the Astros that night. And I think that's a great idea for a theme night for them.
Yeah. Okay. So each game, they're in town for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. At the beginning of the season, April. The first night should be bring your camera. The second night should be bring your trash can. The third night should be bring your Buzz Lightyear. Because of the buzzers.
I feel like.
And what was funny is I saw a meme of Jose Altuve, and they said new angle of Jose Altuve shows that he's wearing a buzzer, and it zooms in and you see Buzz Lightyear on his shoulder.
I feel like that could go wrong in some way, so I don't know.
Bring your Buzz Lightyear toys.
I feel like if we specify it more, that might be a little bit better. But anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you perverted minds, Oh, my turn. I'm going to get ahead of you. I saw your list, and I wanted to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it now, and then you can share your thoughts about it.
Okay.
Let me just tell you, yes, we love G-Man Choi on this channel.
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited about another player that I'll talk about a little bit later. But I am really, really excited about this young man. Possibly, I haven't been this excited about a Rays player since Evan Longoria.
Really?
He goes by the name of Wander Franco. We've talked about him before on the show. He is the number 1 prospect in baseball for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for him to debut with the Tampa Bay Rays. Whatever night that happens to be, I will be there. Whenever I find out what jersey number he wears, I will be buying a jersey for him. I am thrilled to watch this young man play. I mean, just the hype around him. Whether he lives up to the hype or not, I really don't care at this point. I've already determined
You're already
that I'm
all
a
in.
fan. I am there for Wander Franco, and that is one of the main reasons I'm excited this season.
I am very excited for Franco too. He's on my list. He will be in the big leagues at some point this year. Whenever that is, Elevated Sports will be at that game. Here's another one of mine. Yoshi.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, you got me.
Yoshi, yeah. I'm excited to see Yoshi. I've been watching a lot of his highlights from Japan. I think this dude can. I think he can have like a breakout year. I think he could come out and just like totally surprise us and have an outstanding year. I'm excited to see like the Yoshi chants, and there was that like song or something that they did in Japan.
Have to go back for it.
Yoshi, and he's going to be at FanFest. We're gonna be going to the Rays FanFest next Saturday.
Yeah,
maybe a Yoshi site.
What is the day? Is it Saturday, February 8th?
Yes.
From I think it's starting at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. or something like that.
I believe so. Yeah.
At Tropicana Field, there will be Rays Fan Fest for all Rays fans. Hopefully, this gets out to you soon enough. We'll post it on the socials. But if you go to the Fan Fest, if you go to the Fan Fest page on Facebook, there's a link to get tickets. Tickets are free. Go to the link, get your free ticket, and go out to Rays Fan Fest. If you love the Rays, go. You might be able to meet some awesome players.
Yeah.
Yoshi will be there. Glasnow will be there. A whole bunch of other good Rays players will be there. They're all good. So
yeah,
if
they're a Rays player, they're good.
Yeah. It's gonna be tons of fun. Maybe you'll meet Raymond. Maybe you'll pet a stingray. Go. I encourage you. Go
to Rays Fan Fest. Be a fan. Maybe I'll get to see some Rays Twitter faithful users out there too. I'm gonna go straight into my final one.
Go ahead.
Willy Adamas breakout season.
This is when Willy Adamas finally passes Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter got 99.7% of the votes.
Yes.
Willy Adamas will get 100% of the votes for the NBA.
So will Wander
NBA.
We're getting too excited. We're having a hard time.
I'm ready.
Last year, we saw merely a glimpse of what Willy can be.
Walk-off Willy started to take shape.
He's starting to take his final form. I think we may see that this year. Not like his final form as this is his peak, like
right, but he's like finally evolving into that butterfly.
Exactly. He's becoming who he is meant to be.
Right.
As a shortstop in this league.
He was more accurate this year.
Yeah.
He seemed to be plagued with injuries in the past, injury. Somebody cut me off. Errors. He was plagued with errors, not injuries.
Yeah. The throwing ability, one of the strongest arms in the league. Also, great range at shortstop. Obviously, his bat was on fire towards the end of the season. If I'm to make a biased but reasonable stat line for Adamas, 30 home runs, 95 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, batting average 290.
Okay. Should we write this down? I think it's reasonable. I mean, personally, I think I would have more stolen bases, but whatever.
Reasonable / bias prediction. 30 home runs, 95. Did I say 95?
Yeah, I think so.
RBIs, 290 average with, you said more stolen bases?
I said I would have more, but I think 15 is a good number for him.
15 stolen bases.
Everybody seems to be slower in the league, so.
And an all-star appearance. My handwriting is...
Yeah, that's atrocious.
But you know who's not atrocious? Willy.
Yeah, this is true.
That's my reasonable prediction for him.
And last, I think we have a Choi Joy. But before we get to Choi Joy, I'm going to talk about my last thing that I am excited for. And that is our Rays World Series victory. Last year, we got cheated by the Astros.
We got cheated.
They were just tipping their pitches. No. You guys were stealing our signs. The stinking Astros, man, they cheated. They ended up beating us in 5. We definitely would have beat them if they weren't cheating. Definitely would have beat the Yankees. The Rays were too hot to not beat the Yankees.
Yeah.
And then the Nationals wouldn't have stood a chance. The Rays should have won the World Series last year. This year, the Astros have been exposed. The Yankees will be exposed by the Rays, and the Rays will win this year's World Series.
Do you think they win the division this year?
Yeah.
I think they do too.
I think there's too much dysfunction in the Red Sox, and I think the Rays are finally going to, get control of the Yankees. They're going to put the whooping on the Yankees this year.
Can I make an extremely biased but somewhat reasonable prediction right here? Rays win the division. Blue Jays win the wild card. Yankees take third in the division. For some reason, they just blow up this year, and the Blue Jays with all their young stars, they have a breakout season, and the Blue Jays beat the Yankees in the wild card game.
That would be wild, and I would dig it.
That's the thing. It's extremely biased because we don't like the Yankees, but at the same time, when you're thinking about it, you're like, Yankees have a bad season, Blue Jays have a good season. Could happen. But obviously, Rays, we want to win the World Series. And here's the thing. If you're a Rays fan and there is any doubt in your mind that the Rays cannot beat the Yankees, there's any doubt in your mind that the Rays can beat the Yankees this year, just go find a new team.
We don't need this kind of negativity.
At the point that Rays Nation is at right now, there is no room for negativity.
We are at peak Rays potential right now.
Peak Rays potential. If you don't think that the Rays can beat the Yankees this year for the division or for the American League Championship, just go find a new team.
Right. Such a beautiful roster with so little money.
Exactly. And here's the thing: if Rays fans show out this season, that means more money for the team.
And
that's how it works.
If the fans show out this season, maybe they won't go to Montreal or some other city.
Exactly.
Keep the Rays in St. Pete.
Keep the Rays. There's a Facebook page for that movement. Keep the Rays in St. Pete. Check them out on Facebook.
I think it's time.
Yeah, speaking of
it's Joy time.
Speaking of movements and hashtags, we've seen quite a few movements and hashtags come out of Elevated Sports. Hashtag arrest James Harden. Hashtag keep the Rays in St. Pete. Are there any other ones I'm forgetting? I think the most important one is hashtag G-Man for president.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been doing some research on what it would take with the 2020 election coming up for G-Man Choi to become president of the United States. Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. So, there are 3 simple requirements to be eligible to run for president of the United States. One is that you are a natural-born citizen. The second is that you are a resident of the United States for at least 14 years. And the other is that you are at least 35 years of age.
Yeah, I don't think he meets any of those.
Okay. You guys aren't letting me finish.
Okay.
That's why we're talking about this today. So he's not eligible for the 2020 election. But the case I'm going to make today is that he could be eligible for the 2034 election. Now, let's talk. I'm not even sure the math is right on that. No, that's right. That's right.
No, that would be 14 years. It would have to be the 2036 election.
2032.
2032. That's what I meant to say.
Then, yeah.
2032. Okay, so he's 28 now.
Yeah, 2032.
So, but part of the reason it has to be, well, hold on, let's think. No, because 14 years as a U.S. citizen. So we're going through the 2036 election year. Okay. So
that's a long time to wait for a king.
It is a long time to wait for the king. Here's the loopholes. Okay, one, he is seeking U.S. citizenship. He wants to make this his home. Now, we know he loves South Korea and is very active there, and I'm sure he always will be. But there is reason to believe that he's actually seeking U.S. citizenship. And he's learning English, and hopefully by the time I meet him, I'll be able to have a full conversation with him. I've been learning a little bit of Korean myself in anticipation for this day. But he would have to, within the next year or two, become a U.S. citizen so that he has the 14 years as a U.S. resident. So that part's possible. Okay, 35 years, he would be over 35 years old at that point. Here's the issue, and this is where we need to talk, is a natural-born citizen. Now, this has been taken to the court many times. This is a very controversial requirement. Here's why. That's all the statement says, is a natural-born citizen. It doesn't even say natural-born citizen of the United States, nor has natural-born citizen ever been clearly defined. So, there could be an argument made that so long as G-Man Choi was born by natural means, he is eligible to run for president of the United States. But what that means is there would have to be...
Are we sure he was born by natural means, though?
Does that mean no C-section?
That means no C-section.
Are we sure he wasn't created by the Force or something like that?
That means he can't be created by the Force. That means, and if he really was born by natural means, his parents are probably some of the most amazing people to ever walk the face of the planet. But here's the thing. This would have to be taken to the Supreme Court for this document to be modified to actually define what natural-born citizen means. So I have taken it upon myself to go to law school so that I can clearly define this. And it's not, mind you, it's easier to define something than it is to redefine something. The point is, this statement's never been clearly defined, and people have tried to argue this before to get people from other countries to be able to run for president.
But they weren't lawyers. They never went to law school like you're about to do.
Right. And here's the thing. I think, in the end, it's actually a very American thing to do, that if somebody's been a legal U.S. resident for 14 years, that they should have the right to be leadership in our country. Because the whole idea is it's a melting pot. Anybody can come and become an American. It's not about where you were born.
Just that you were born naturally.
Just that you were born naturally. So I am going to go to court. I'm going to fight for this. And I have, 16 years to make sure that by the time we get to the 2036 election, G-Man would be eligible. So, hashtag G-Man for president.
I have a question.
Yes.
Before you get into all this trouble, should you at least DM G-Man Choi and make sure he was born naturally? Because what if you get through all this trouble and then it's like, sorry, I was born C-section.
So that's my first step, is to make sure he was natural born. But that's Choi Joy for this week.
That's good. No, I dig that.
So like, comment, subscribe. If you want to go Cash App Reverend Grubbs to help pay for law school, I'm on there. It's Rev_Grubbs. So I'll take whatever donations you want to give to this cause. Hashtag G-Man for president. Yeah, if you don't believe that the Rays can win the Super Bowl this year, then get off our channel. Unsubscribe. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.